Trout fishing bait, by troutfishinginformation.org. You want to use the right kind of bait to attract a trout. That's the bottom line. Of course, there are all kinds of bait, but the question is, which one do trout like the most? A trout fisherman has a lot of options. Traditional bait and lures, live bait, or synthetic bait. A trout fisherman who wants to use live bait has a lot of choices. If you want to be sure to catch trout, you can always use nightcrawlers. There are a number of benefits with nightcrawlers. For one thing, they are readily available. For another, they are a good weight for casting. Even though it is sometimes difficult to cast live worms, and they are often quite small, a lot of trout fishermen still like to use them. Insect larvae, water worms, and hellgrammites are a good trout fishing bait. However, as summer wears on, it can be harder to find them. Additionally, if you are casting quite a distance, it can be kind of challenging to work with them. Tiny minnows are an excellent trout bait at the start of the season since the fish aren't as active. Chub or sucker meat is a choice many experienced fishermen use when pursuing a large trout. Crawdads are another kind of live bait, which has proven quite effective for landing big trout. If you want to create a really good trout bait, just rig live crawdads on a set of size 8 gang hooks. Synthetic bait is an interesting option to explore. Synthetic or artificial bait is available in a wide range of hues, patterns and types. Who knows why, but hatchery trout tend to love synthetic type bait. This is the ideal option for when you plan on still fishing in water stocked with trout. Quite often, synthetic bait is even more effective than live bait. Trial and error is the best strategy with synthetic bait. Sometimes it's necessary to experiment with various colors, and so on, if you want to have good luck catching trout. In the old days, we all got our bait by digging up worms. Of course, there were a couple of other tried and true options, as well. Corn and cheese are examples of some old-fashioned baits. Hatchery trout really like cheese. You might try baiting pre-tied gang hooks with some cheese on your next try at still fishing. Sometimes it's hit and miss figuring out what bait will be successful on any given fishing trip. That's why it is a good idea to have several different types on hand. What works well on one day might not be the best bait on your next fishing trip. After all is said and done, it can still be difficult to forecast just what will work to lure troutfish to bite. For more information about trout fishing, visit troutfishinginformation.org/.